A PAB index stands for Paris-aligned benchmark. They are an EU regulation on Paris agreements transposed to financial indices. They have rules which are stated by the delegated act from the European Commission. So first, you need to reduce by at least 50% your carbon intensity compared to traditional benchmark, but you also need to reduce by 7% year on year your intensity compared to the previous year. And that's forward-looking, and that's different compared to traditional low-carbon benchmark, because you have that trajectory of carbon reduction until 2050. The second point, which is different, is the exclusions, and especially the DNSH, which stands for Do No Significant Harm, which is a EU taxonomy part that tries to avoid greenwashing by excluding companies that are doing good for one part of their activities, but are harming the environment or the objectives of the European Commission on other objectives. So those companies that are failing the DNSH are excluded from Paris-aligned benchmarks. The PAB indices can be used in three different ways. The first one is the comparability. So having a standard helps to compare benchmarks one to another, especially on the carbon intensity data. The second point is the replication of those indices by mutual fund passive funds as well as ETFs. So those ETFs tracking Paris-aligned benchmark are of course aligned with the Paris Agreement. The third point is comparability for SFDR9 funds that have climate objectives. To make sure that their reduction of carbon intensity is enough, they need to compare themselves to a Paris-aligned benchmark, which will be the minimum they need to achieve. You need to have good carbon data and good carbon data estimates, especially for Scope 3, in order to have a good PAB index. For investors to be able to switch from a traditional market cap benchmark to a Paris-aligned benchmark, they need to have not that much difference in terms especially of tracking error. So you need to have a PAB benchmark that is relatively close to traditional benchmarks.